All right, hello everyone. Today we're solving LeetCode 142 linked list cycle 2. And the question statement says that we have to return the reference to the node that starts the cycle in the linked list. And if there is no cycle, return null. So this video assumes that you know how to detect a cycle in a linked list using the fast and slow pointers. And if you don't, I recommend watching my previous video, somewhere linked here or in the description. But let's get into it and quickly recap. The main algorithm is we have a fast and slow pointer starting at the head of the linked list. F for fast, slow for slow. And fast will move at twice the speed of slow, so 2 spaces at a time, and slow move at 1 space at a time. If they ever were to meet, then that means there is a cycle. So let's quickly simulate this. So fast will move up 2 spaces, so it would go straight to the 0. Slow will move up 1. Fast will move up 2, so it would go to the -4, wrap back around to the 2. And slow will move up 1, so it would reach the 0. Fast moves up 2 times, and slow moves up once. They met, so that means we know there is a cycle in this linked list, right? So where do we go from here? Because we want to return what node is at that starts this cycle. So in this case, 2. What we do is leave the fast pointer where it is, and we're going to move the slow pointer back to the head of the linked list. And instead of moving them at different rates, we're going to move them at the same rate, 1 node at a time. So fast moves up once, and wraps around to 2, and slow moves up once, and goes straight from 3 to 2, and they meet. So we return this node, right? And this is the start of the cycle. You may be saying, what did you just do? How does that work? And I thought the same thing when I learned this algorithm. I'm gonna quickly explain it here. So imagine we have a track, right? And we both start here. This is the starting point. And fast and slow both start at the starting point. If fast moves at twice the speed of slow, fast would have completed 2 iterations of this track, right? And appear right back at a starting line by the time slow is completed 1. So it's been lapped, and this is the start of the cycle, right? But let's say we had a linked list that looked a bit different, or a track that looked a little different, something like this, and the starting line was here. So fast and slow are both here. Where would they both meet now? Instead of meeting here, they would actually meet somewhere around here, fast and slow. And why is that? Because let's say the length of the cycle is some arbitrary number 10, and the distance from the start of the linked list to the start of the cycle, let's say that's 2. So this would be like 2, and the length of this entire cycle is 10. So we do 10 minus 2, which is 8. So around 8 positions into the cycle, they would have met each other, right? All right, so hopefully you see the pattern here. So 10 minus 8 is 2. So that means the distance from the start of the linked list to the start of the cycle, we already established is 2. And distance from where they meet to the start of the cycle is also 2. So if we move both pointers at the same time, like how we had fast here and slow back at the head of the linked list, they would both reach the start of the cycle at the same time because the distance is equal. 2 and 2, right? And same thing when we had here. Remember, fast was here, slow was here. So distance between the start of the cycle from fast is 1, and distance between the head of the linked list to the start of the cycle is also 1. And that relationship remains constant no matter how big the linked list is and how big the cycle is. So let's get into how we'd code something like this up. The first thing I like to do is take care of edge cases. So let's say they gave us a linked list with no nodes or only 1 node. So we know there is no cycle. So we say if not head or not head dot next, return none, because we want to return none if there's no cycle. And it can't be a cycle if there's no nodes at all. And it can't be a cycle if we don't have a next pointer, because that means it points to null. So there's no cycle. Next, we want to create our 2 pointers. So we're going to say slow equals head, fast also equals head. And now we want to iterate through the linked list and see if there's a cycle. So we say while fast and fast dot next. And I went over why we do fast and fast dot next in the previous video, so you should remember that. And here's where we move the 2 pointers at their appropriate speed. So slow moves up 1 position at a time. So slow equals slow dot next. And fast will move up twice the speed. So fast equals fast dot next dot next. So 2 positions at a time. And if they ever were to meet each other, we know there is a cycle. So if fast is equal to slow, we know there's a cycle. So what do we want to do? We want to break, because we want to keep the fast pointer where the meeting point is, right? And if that never happens, we can just say else return none, because if that never happens, we know there is no cycle, so we just return none. Now here's the fun part. So far in our algorithm, we have up to this point here where we have fast is at the meeting point and slow is also at the meeting point. Now we want to move slow to the head of the linked list, keep fast at the meeting point, and move them up at the same rate until they both reach the same node. And that's how we know where the start of the cycle is. So how do we do that? We leave fast the same, and we're going to say slow equals head. So back to the start of the linked list. And we're going to have another while loop. So we're going to say while slow is not equal to fast. We want to iterate. Instead of moving them at different rates, we're going to move them both at one position at a time. So slow equals slow dot next, and fast equals fast dot next. It's only one position at a time. And this loop will stop when they are both equal to each other. So all we have to do is return slow or fast because they're both at the same position. And this should be our answer. Let's submit it. There we go. We passed, and it's pretty efficient. So hopefully if you learned something new, like the video. And if this was a bit confusing, make sure to go back to linked list cycle 1, and I'll link in the description. Peace.